An insurance company injured 2000 scooter drivers, 4000 car drivers, 6000 truck drivers. So in this question he has given that one of the insurance company has injured 2000 scooter drivers, 4000 car drivers and 6000 truck drivers. 6000 truck drivers. And also he has given that probability of an accidents are 0.01, 0.03 and 0.15 respectively. It means he has given that probability of the accidents for the scooter drivers is 0.01 and probability of accidents for the car drivers is 0.03 and probability of accidents for the truck drivers is 0.15. And also he has given that one of the injured person meets with an accident. So in this question he has given that one of the person meets with an accident, so that may be a he may be a scooter driver or he may be a car driver or he may be a truck driver, but we need to calculate probability that he is a scooter driver. So we need to calculate that person meets with an accident is a scooter driver. I hope all of you understood. So in this question totally we have three types of drivers. It means three mutually exclusive events. Hence the first event E1 is, hence the first event E1 is, suppose he is a scooter driver, he is a scooter driver, and E2 is the event, suppose he is a car driver. And third event E3 is, suppose he is a truck driver. He is a truck driver. And in this question, the given event A is person meets with an accident. Person meets with an accident. With an accident. I hope all of you understanding. Now see here, probability of the E1 is equals to, first thing total number of drivers is 2000 plus 4000, 6000, 6000 plus 6000 is 12,000. But among this the probability of scooter driver is 2000 divided by 12,000. So probability of E1 is 2000 divided by 12,000. 2000 divided by 12,000. So it can be written as 2 by 12. And probability of E2, probability of the car drivers, 4000 by 12,000. 4000 by 12,000. Similarly, probability of the event E3, that is 6000 by 12,000. So 6000 divided by 12,000. So which is equals to 6 by 12 and this is equals to 4 by 12. And also we need the probability here. Probability of the person meets with an accident when he is a scooter driver. So scooter driver is the event E1. So probability of E1 by A we need to calculate here. And the formula is probability of E1 into probability of A by E1 divides probability of E1 into probability of A by E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A by E2 plus probability of E3 into probability of A by E3. Now we need probability of A by E1 and probability of A by E2 and probability of A by E3. So now the value of probability of A by E1. See here, probability of the accident person, he is a scooter driver. It is nothing but 0.01. So 0.01 means 1 by 100. And similarly, probability of A by E2. Probability of accident person when he is a car driver. So it is nothing but 0.03 means 3 by 100. Similarly, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, probability of A by E3. Probability of A by E3. It is nothing but probability of the accident person when he is a truck driver. It is nothing but 0.15. So 0.15 means 15 divided by 100. Therefore, required probability is equals to, therefore, required probability of E1 by A is equals to, probability of E1 is 2 by 12 into probability of A by E1 is 1 by 100 divided by probability of E1 2 by 12 into 1 by 100 plus probability of E2 4 by 12 into probability of A by E2 3 by 100 plus probability of E3 6 by 12 into probability of A by E3 is 15 by 100. 15 by 100. Now which is equals to 2 divided by 1200 whole divided by 2 by 1200 plus 4 3s are 12 divided by 1200 plus 6 15s are 90 divided by 1200. Now which is equals to 2 divided by 1200 whole divided by 90 plus 12 is 102, 102 plus 2 is 104 divided by 1200. So here we can cancel 1200 and which is equals to 2 divided by 104 which is equals to 2 ones are 2 fives are 2 twos are. So 1 by 52 is the required answer. And one more thing, this question is most important for 3 mark, many times asked in your annual examination. So let's start the next question. And the next question is, here also one of the question based on the Bayes theorem, and the question is, a factory has two machines A and B. A factory has two machines A and B. And past record shows that machine A produces 60% of the items. Machine A produces 60% of the items. And machine B produces 40% of the items. Machine B produces 40% of the items. Further, he also given that 2% of the item produced by the machine A and 1% of the items produced by the machine B were defective. So, out of 60% of the items which are produced by the machine A, 2% are defective items. 2% are defective items. Similarly, 1% of the out of 40% items are defective which are produced from the machine B. And also here given that all of the items are put into one stock file. So all the items which are produced by machine A and machine B are kept into one of the stock file, and one item is chosen at random and it is found to be a defective items. So all the items which are produced by the machine A and machine B are kept into a one of the stock file, and then he has to choose one of the item which is found to be a defective item. So this is what given event. The chosen item is defective, and that defective item may produced by either A machine or B machine, but he has given that we need to calculate it was produced by the machine B. Hope all of you understood. We need to calculate the defective item was produced by the machine B. Here totally there exist two machines, so it means we have two mutually exclusive events. So let first event E1 is item produced by the machine A. Item produced by the machine A. Item produced by machine A, and E2 be the event. E2 be the event. Item produced by the machine B. E2 be the event. Item produced by the machine B. And here he has a given event, that is A event. A event is chosen item is a defective item. So what is A event? Defective item. Defective item. I hope all of you understood. And here we need to calculate the defective item from the machine B. So machine B representing event 2 E2, therefore required probability is equals to probability of E2 by A, which is equals to probability of E2 into probability of A by E2 divided by probability of E1 into probability of A by E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A by E2. Now, required probability of E1. Probability of E1 means probability of the item produced by machine A. Totally 60% items are produced by machine A. Therefore, 60 divided by 100, which is equals to 6 by 10. Similarly, probability of E2 is equals to item produced by the machine B, 40%. So, 40 divided by 100, which is equals to 4 by 10. And similarly, we need probability of A by E1. Probability of A by E1 means probability of the defective item. It was produced by the machine A. So defective items produced by machine A are 2%. Therefore, 2 divided by 100. Similarly, probability of A by E2. Probability of defective item from machine B is 1%. So 1 divided by 100. Now use these values in the formula probability of E2 by A. where probability of E2 is 4 by 10 into probability of A by E2 is 1 by 100 whole divided by probability of E1 is 6 by 10 into probability of A by E1 is 2 by 100 plus probability of E2 is 4 by 10 into probability of A by E2 is 1 by 100. Now which is equals to 4 divided by 10 into 100, 1000 whole divided by 6 to the 12 divided by 1000 plus 4 divided by 1000, which is equals to probability of E2 by A is equals to 4 by 1000, 4 by 1000 into LCM is 1000, so 12 plus 4 is 16, 16 by 1000, ulta आगे 1000 divided by 16. So 1000 get cancelled, 4 ones are 4 4 the 16. So 1 by 4 be the required probability. I hope all of you understood this question. Now let's start the next question. And the next question is, so in this question he has given that two groups are competing. Two groups are competing for the position on the board of directors of a corporation. So in this question he has given that there is a competition between two groups for the position on the board of directors of a corporation. And he has given that probabilities that the first and second group will win are 0.6 and 0.4. So in that competition, the probability of first group wins is 0.6 and probability of the second group wins is 0.4. And also furtherly he has given that if the first group wins, the probability of introducing a new product is 0.7 and the corresponding probability is 0.3 if the second group wins. So here he has given that if either first group wins or second group wins, the condition is they must introduce one of the new product. If the first group wins, the probability of introducing the new product is 0.7. Probability of introducing a new product is 0.7. And if the second group wins, probability of introducing a new product is 0.3. 0.3. And find the probability that the new product was introduced. See here in this question he has got already new product is introduced, but it may be introduced by the first or second group, but we need to calculate by the second group wins. By the second group wins. So here totally there exist two groups, so it means we have two mutually exclusive events. So the first event E1 is let first group wins. First group wins. And E2 be the event second group wins. Second group wins. And A be the given event, that is what new product was introduced. That is what new product introduced. New product introduced. And we need to calculate that this new product introduced by the second group. So here second group we considered the second event. Therefore we need probability of E2 by A. And the formula for probability of E2 by A is probability of E2 into probability of A by E2 divided by probability of E1 into probability of A by E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A by E2. Now we need these probabilities. So first thing, probability of the event E1. E1 is first group wins. So probability of the first group wins is 0.6. 0.6. It is nothing but 6 by 10. And probability of the second group wins is 0.4, which is equals to 0.4, and it is nothing but 4 by 10. And we need probability of A by E1. Probability of A by E1 means probability of the new product introduced by the first group is what? 0.7. 0.7, which is equals to 7 by 10. Similarly, we need probability of A by E2. Probability of the new product introduced by the second group. By the second group. So that is what? 0.3. 0.3, which is equals to 3 by 10. Now use these values in the formula. Probability of E2 by A. So see here the required probability of E2 by A is equals to probability of E2 is 4 by 10 into probability of A by E2 is 3 by 10 divided by probability of E1 is 6 by 10 into probability of A by E1 is 7 by 10 plus same thing 4 by 10 into 3 by 10, which is equals to 12 divided by 100 whole divided by 42 divided by 100 plus 12 divided by 100. So therefore required probability of E2 by A is equals to 12 divided by 100 into LCM is 100. So 42 plus 12 is 44 plus 10 54 divided by 100. Ulta agi 100 divided by 54. 100 get cancelled, which is equals to 6 2s are 12, 6 9s are 54. So 2 by 9 is the required answer. Hope all of you understood this question.